to a little sound report demonstration of PWM Mantis. I'm playing a first preset, O, and it's reminding quite of the band Air. And we have more of that when I switch to number 9. So obviously somewhere there's quite an Air fan. I have 200 presets which I can choose here in tens and single numbers, bank A and bank B. And if I go to 1 and 5, then I have a different one. And I can also initialize in order to start directly. It's all pretty much one knob per function. So I have an initialize preset. I can turn on the knobs and use the filter. There's a dirty bass. And what I really like is that if I want to save it, I can use bank B, and I don't have a display, so I don't know where did I already save my presets. And I saved some, for example, in bank number 7. And now I push save, go to bank B, then not bank number 7, sorry, number 70 something of bank B. And now if I hit one of those knobs, I can hear which preset is inside there, and I can hear this is one I saved earlier, and there's still an init preset in here, so now I can save and it's in the slot. So it's pretty intuitive to work with it. It doesn't have patches like the Malevolent or Malevolent, however you want to spell it, but it has a matrix, and let me show you how that works. Let's, for example, go to filter cutoff, and I want to modulate it with the LFO. Then I choose filter cutoff as a target, and then the LFO as a source, and then I can scale it via velocity, for example, or if I don't want to do it, I just push full on, and then the cutoff modulation knob is now therefore making the correct setting for the manipulation that I just programmed. So basically all those 6 targets, they have their own dedicated modulation intensity knob in here, and it's made bipolar, so you don't have a modulation when it's in the middle, and you can turn it into both directions. It's also possible to use just velocity and not the LFO. In this case, I turn full on in the source area, and now only the velocity will have an effect on the filter. So this is how one can work with the Malevolent, and the Arpeggiator has quite some nice functions. So we turn it into quad mode, and here's the sound. And if I turn on the joystick for hold, can play on top of a playing arpeggiator. And besides that, this joystick will hold notes if I push it down. But the question is, will the hold function stay? And if I want this, I have to push it once and then turn it down. So it's not working. Try another time. Push, turn it down. Push. Now it worked. So the sound does not care about sustain. So I change the sound. And it will stay, but there's also a parameter which is another specialty called sustain fall. So sustain fall also determines kind of decay during the sustain phase. And then this envelope can also do some kind of FM trick. I initialize the patch again, and now I use the envelope in repeat mode and turn down decay. So that's always a bit difficult. The knobs don't show the position that is there if I initialize or if I choose a patch, and I have to turn the knobs until the original position of the knobs has overruled the setting. So of course I have to turn down sustain in order to hear the effect of the decay, which I forgot. And then I can repeat it, which now sounds like a kind of FM, but I can also use this for filter effect, for example. If I choose envelope 2 for filter cutoff modulation and turn up this again, maybe make the sound a bit more interesting with my oscillators again. And maybe a little bit of detuning or a bit pitch modulation by an LFO. Now I use envelope 2 for my filter, turn up the cutoff modulation. Low pass 24 kind of makes the sound stronger than the 12, but the 12 is more screaming. So this is happening and it sounds like an ARP, but it isn't an ARP. I can turn up the ARP additionally. Let's see how that sounds. Make the ARP a bit faster. Well, sounds like a horse. And I made another sound with the looping envelope, which is a bit slower. So the envelope is now modulating width, and I'm trying to save this again. Let me check. Save. Well, this is empty, and I'm saving. Yeah, why not? Also, I think that it's remarkable what the filter can do to the voice spread. So for example, if I play this in chord mode, it changes drastically compared to duophonic mode. And I can now use the voice spread in order to spread the sound in stereo. And this goes also for the white notch filter, which doesn't work in duophonic mode. My peaks are now stretched over the pans, which is not the case in white band. But this may also sound interesting. And there's one really funny thing what happened to me now. I don't know how funny it is, but I swear when I played the voices of the Mantis, I was able to play more than 4 voices. But now when I'm trying to film it, this is not the case anymore. So there may be some hidden setting when this is possible. Obviously, the voices get generated by some computer and depend on its ability to calculate. So there may be the option to play more voices. Let's try it one more time. I choose one preset, whatever it is. This sounds like 4 voices to me, but I say I had more, and as said, when entering the duophonic mode, there are also some changes to the sound happening. Try it out yourself when you have your Mantis at home. I hope these little quirks did inspire you and you found something that you don't see in other videos.